What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm glad to be back. A lot of things have happened, but let's go ahead and jump straight into Alan Shaw's investor day that they had back about a month ago, I believe. And apparently we're just going to look at 10 minutes of it, and we're just going to react to this. I haven't watched it. I just found it online, and we're going to listen to what he has to say to Wall Street, pretty much is who he's talking to right here. And let's just see the future of Norfolk Southern with Alan Shaw. Let's see what he has to say.
I became president of NS about a year ago. In fact, I think it was about a year ago this week. And since then, I've spent countless hours in the field with our railroaders, visiting with our customers, and building the talented team that you're going to listen to today. We have turned the corner on service, and we've reached a favorable resolution in our labor negotiations. And so now, today, we're really excited about the opportunity to share with you our vision for long-term shareholder value at Norfolk Southern. This strategy is obviously informed by my own perspective. I'm an engineer by training. I earned my Chartered Financial Analyst designation. So to me, the numbers matter, and the math has got to work. Many of you know me as Norfolk Southern's former Chief Marketing Officer, and that's the role I held. But before that, most of my time at NS was actually in either finance or operations-oriented roles. That helped reinforce a balanced mindset for me. And it informed my viewpoint that long-term shareholder value creation at Norfolk Southern is best created by balance between service, productivity, and growth. Balance is going to drive the strategy that we're going to share with you today. And it basically has three elements. It's reliable and resilient service, it's continuous productivity improvement, and it is smart and sustainable growth. And these aren't competing priorities. And in fact, they're complementary. When managed in a careful balance, they can support each other. And today you're going to see how. Today you're going to hear tight alignment from our operations, our finance, our marketing, our HR, and our technology leaders on how we're driving this balance throughout Norfolk Southern. And within each of these areas, you're going to see further examples of balance. Mark George, our CFO, is going to describe a balanced and consistent approach to investing in our strategic assets, which will enhance our financial discipline. And Annie Adams, our Chief Transformation Officer, is going to explain a balanced approach to our workforce strategy, improving our resilience through economic cycles, and importantly, improving our relationship with our employees.
Well, they got a long ways to go. I think we can agree on that. Now, the fact that he mentions contract negotiations, but still there's no time or no sick pay or nothing like that, or sick time off or any time off whatsoever, I find that kind of odd. Now, I know with NS on the extra board, you get 2 days off a week. But as far as pull turns, it's a lot like everywhere else. You know, you have to work your 6 days before you get 48 hours off. But Norfolk Southern, when I was there, if you hit your fifth start, you would either sit in a hotel for 24 hours or you'd catch a deadhead back home. And they used to say they don't watch it, but I know for a fact that they did. There's no way that it just so happened to happen every time, every weekend that I was on a pull turn. Whenever I had 5 starts and I was going to be off on Saturday, Sunday, I'd get a deadhead back home every single time. So they got a long ways to go with employee relationships and making things better. I'm curious to what he has to say. Let's continue.
Value proposition is simple and it's also powerful. Norfolk Southern is uniquely positioned to deliver long-term shareholder value through top-tier revenue and earnings growth, industry competitive margins, and balanced capital deployment. So let's talk about industry competitive margins. Frankly, that's table stakes for any kind of growth strategy. And with our PSR-based operating plan, Top 21, we've delivered consistently strong results for our shareholders since our last Investor Day in 2019. In the succeeding 3 years, we improved OR by 530 basis points. We grew EPS by 27%, and we produced total shareholder return of 110%. And we also delivered approximately $10 billion in shareholder distributions. And while we delivered really strong results for our shareholders, we did it in the right way.
No, he didn't do it in the right way. Not at all. You played games with people's livelihoods and their income. You played games with their families and their income as well. You did it like a snake, honestly. That's how you did it. And let's hope that changes here in the near future. I've seen a lot of good things. I've heard a lot of good things. I haven't read anything. This is the first time listening to this. But the past 3 years was blood money for sure. And a lot of people lost houses, lost cars. Families were probably torn apart based off income and stuff like that. And I understand that's all personal and stuff like that. But it came at a price. And is it the right way? Did he do it the right way? I'm going to say that he didn't. I'm going to say that he did it the only way that he knew how, and that is to follow suit like sheep, and that is to follow PSR. Let's continue.
Balanced, no surprises approach to PSR implementation ensured that we engineered and implemented our new operating plan before we removed the resources. We embedded customer engagement and collaboration throughout the process and designed changes that were a mutual benefit to Norfolk Southern and our customers. This customer-centric approach is part of who we are, and it's a key component of our strategy. And these results are a proof point that PSR is embedded in our operations and in our culture. And you're going to hear more from our leadership about that today. Norfolk Southern's no surprises approach to PSR delivered strong results for our shareholders, exceptional service for our customers, until the pandemic threw us all off of our game.
Exceptional service to your customers. That's not what they were saying in April, Alan, at the STB meetings. I don't know who you're fooling here, but it's definitely not us here on this channel. You're not fooling anyone, but maybe these shareholders, which that's your job. That's your job is to fool Wall Street into thinking that you provided excellent service to your customers when in fact you did not.
Now, in the last year, I've been out in the field talking to our craft employees and our local supervisors. I can assure you that that PSR muscle memory and discipline exists throughout Norfolk Southern today. You're going to hear Floyd Hudson, our VP of Transportation, talk about this. And it was made even stronger with the addition of Paul Duncan and other organizational changes we've made in operations. This team is delivering results, and they've got momentum. Now, we're taking the next step with Top SPG, Norfolk Southern's modern version of PSR, which appropriately balances service, productivity, and growth. And over the course of today, you're going to hear from our leadership how our entire organization is aligned around continuous productivity improvement. And you're going to hear us mention PSR. We might even mention it more than we did at Investor Day 2019 for those of you keeping score. But it's a different kind of PSR. Reducing OR is not our singular focus. We strive for more, and we've got the franchise and the people and the strategy to deliver it.
First thing I like what he said so far. Our primary focus is not reducing OR. Hey, it's a step in the right direction. Let's see what else he's got to say.
Our pursuit of margin improvements is balanced with other financial measures, which are important to our shareholders. And that includes earnings, that includes ROIC, and that includes revenue. To achieve this, we will deliver a reliable and resilient service product that allows us to pursue smart and sustainable growth. Now, we call it smart and sustainable growth because it is not a grow-at-all-cost strategy. We know that doesn't work. We're going to target business where we and our customers can be mutually successful, because we know that when we onboard business that we serve well, it enhances our reliability and our efficiency for all of our customers.
Two things they need to work on badly.
We also know that the greatest growth opportunities for Norfolk Southern are in that massive $860 billion truck and logistics market that, frankly, Our franchise was built to serve.
Yeah, why is it so much now? Why are so many people using trucks? That's the question Wall Street should be asking themselves, and Alan Shaw, which obviously he has been. There's a reasoning. There's a reasoning behind it.
So let's talk about how we're going to grow. We have a franchise built for growth that faces the fastest growing segments of the U.S. economy. And we fully intend to leverage that. Now, you've heard me talk about that before, so let me give you a little bit more color on it. It starts with our powerful network, which was built over decades by my predecessors through smart investments and smart business decisions. It includes a robust, well-designed route structure that links major population centers in the East, and an unmatched placement of intermodal terminals near the heart of the U.S. economy. It includes more short-line partnerships than any other railroad in North America that extends our reach and gives our customers more markets to serve. It includes partnerships with East Coast ports, giving us a global scale, and we know that those East Coast ports are growing faster than their Western counterparts. It includes trusted, long-standing relationships with a desirable portfolio of customers who are also leaders in their own industry. And that allows us to collaborate on innovative supply chain solutions. And included in that customer base is the best channel partners in the intermodal industry. That includes J.B. Hunt and Hub. And collectively, we're able to offer a seamless, customer-oriented experience to our mutual customers and invest in our shared growth. These strengths have all been built to leverage our desirable geographic footprint. At a time when consumption is growing as a percentage of the U.S. economy, Norfolk Southern serves about 60% of the U.S. population. We also serve about 50% of the manufacturing, and that enduring revenue base is positioned to grow as we leverage our best-in-class industrial development team. And here's a critical point I want you to understand about our footprint. We serve dense population centers that are moderately distanced apart. That tees us up. That tees us up to compete in that flexible freight market. And that's business that can shift back and forth between rail and truck based on perceived value. And that, too, is the fastest growing segment of that truck and logistics market.
Okay, let's listen to what you just said again.
We serve dense population centers that are moderately distanced apart.
Dense populated centers. This is why you need two-man crews on a train. Dense populated areas without a conductor on the train, and a derailment happens and a spill happens. Innocent people will die. You need a conductor on the head end at all times. You need a two-man crew on the head end at all times.
That tees us up. That tees us up to compete in that flexible freight market. And that's business that can shift back and forth between rail and truck based on perceived value. And that, too, is the fastest growing segment of that truck and logistics market. And that's what I mean when I say that we've got a franchise built for growth.
Interesting. All right. So I'm going to end it right there. I'll make more videos than this. I'm curious to what his PSR guy or girl, whatever they have to say. And I'd like to hear y'all's thoughts so far. What do y'all think about Alan Shaw? I only listened to 10 minutes of this whole meeting that's over 4 hours long. So, like I said, we'll definitely break down this some more in the future. But I would like to hear y'all's thoughts. Just out of curiosity. So since about the time of this meeting, their stock has risen about $10. So it's not a huge growth considering, it seems like Wall Street wasn't too sold on this. They're probably going to wait to see results before they start dumping more money into it. But food for thought. Appreciate you guys being here. I'll see you guys in the next video soon. And we'll go over expedited rolls and stuff like that, and some more introduction videos for newer conductors coming into the workforce. So you'll take it easy, be safe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.